Give me some sunshine. Don't give me no rain. Give me another chance. I want to win a test again. Was India's resolve at the end of day four. And guess what they've done? They've given themselves a chance of winning a test match in the most ridiculous fashion on day five. They've brought themselves to up to a point where they can make magic happen. Dinesh Karthik joins us on Cricbuzz Chatter. DK, did you imagine the Indian team would do this in one day's play? All it took for them is 3 sessions to pull this test match from an impossible situation to being in the driver's seat.
What a day it's been. It started off in the most sedate manner. Got the feeling that Bangladesh trying hard to just bat as long as they could. But when India came to bat, my goodness, some of the shots that they played, wow. They just set the cat amongst the pigeons and batted at more than 8 runs and over. And that is phenomenal in Test cricket. And to continue that for almost 35 overs and being so selfless because they want a result and keep it exciting and interesting. Yes, they have the larger goal of trying to get to the World Test Championship. It's just outstanding what Gambhir and Rohit have done to not only infuse some life into this Test match, but also give all the fans who have been coming every day, irrespective of the rain, a lot of reasons to smile. And that's what you play the sport for. Outstanding days cricket. The heart is content just seeing the way they played today.
Right. Safe to say that with Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma, we've sort of embarked on a generation-defining brand of cricket from this duo and their team, their players across formats. This is a sign of some magical things to come in the next couple of years.
I really hope so. And look, it's a tad bit unfair to expect them to keep batting like this. This is not healthy for long periods of time. It's not going to be possible as well. But the intent to win, that's what we need to observe. And that was great to watch today. Right from the outset, what I love about Rohit Sharma is walks the walk. If he's decided that he wants to declare and put Bangladesh in, he is the guy to go on and take the first ball and smash it for a six. That's a statement. And that was so good to watch. It's going to be a glorious era with Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma with just one thing. They want to win every match, and that's a great place to start.
To achieve what seems unattainable, unachievable, you've got to do things that seem difficult to do. And just look at the number of batting records that tumbled. Fastest 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. Yashasvi Jaiswal as well with the fastest half century against Bangladesh. Unfortunate to miss out on what seemed like a sure shot 100. Most sixes by a team in a calendar year, 96 already, with 7 more test matches to come in this calendar year. Surely that number should go past 150, given the kind of six-hitting form India is in, and a run rate of 8.2 to highest in a test innings when a team has scored 200 plus runs. It was almost like the team was on mission mode, in Terminator mode.
This test match, I just said this line on air. I felt like this test match is on steroids when India is batting, and that's exactly how I felt. They just went gung ho, belligerent stroke play. And what was beautiful was everybody bought into that plan. Now, that is so good to see. No one wasted even a ball right from the outset. They wanted to go hard, and that's exactly what they did. And that is the most satisfying part about how Indian batting went about what they did today.
Your good friend Rohit Sharma has once again done what nobody else on the planet has done. 2 sixes in the first 2 deliveries of a test innings. Where were you? I believe Ravi Shastri was on air when he hit those 2 sixes. What were you doing? Were you having chai and you spilled that chai on your shirt? What happened? Because to us it was like, what did that just happen? New ball, fast bowler down the track, bang, 6, and again over mid wicket.
My stint had just gotten over previously, so I was just chilling in the room with Abhinav Mukund. And then these first 2 balls, I was like, wow, I didn't expect that at all. We saw Jaiswal in the first over play some cultured shots. You know, there's a cut, there's an on drive, there was a cover drive. You just thought that's the man's skill. Great, it's good to watch, just the intent that he's brought. And then Rohit Sharma stepping out like a slap across the face, went bang, and the distance that it went, it was just outstanding. And then the pull shot to follow. Now, I don't know whether Syed has watched, or rather Khalid has watched enough TV in his young days. He would have seen that bowling shot to Rohit Sharma is a cardinal sin, and he got that today when he bowled the first ball shot and it went outside. But oh, it was just breathtaking to watch him bat.
And I thought his rhythm sort of got upset by that leg before call from Kettleborough, and he was a bit angry when the TV umpires had not out. and then the next ball he gets out. Did his rhythm, his zone get disturbed after that LBW call?
A little bit, definitely. I think he was a little upset that someone of Richard Kettlebro's caliber gave that out because you understand umpire's call missing a little bit, but this one impact was outside. That's a very rare one from an elite umpire to make. So it was not the best decision, but that Richard Kettlebro has given. But umpiring is a tough job and it's a thankless job, so it's fine. But that really upset Rohit Sharma that he was surprised that decision was given. And the next ball, he committed way too much into the front foot, didn't have time enough to come back, and hence the ball just turned and he couldn't get his bat in time. Good bowling from Mehdi Hasan. Some credit has to be given. We hit the seam, just turned enough to hit middle and leg. A good ball, but not worthy of a Rohit Sharma wicket considering the form he was in. It was just, you just wished that it lasted longer, and it just was beautiful to watch.
Jaiswal started the carnage with 3 delicious fours in that first over. Then the 2 sixes from Rohit Sharma. And while playing T20 cricket in white flannels, India scored 66 in the batting power play, 6 overs. They crossed the 100 mark in 10.1. 55 the partnership for the first in the first wicket. And then about 72 added by Jaiswal and Gill. And it almost seemed like they were in a bit of a relay where every pair continued from where the previous pair left.
And that's exactly what I felt. Everybody bought into the plan, and everybody right from ball one were looking for shots. Now, that is great to watch. We speak so much about attacking cricket, attacking mindset, and that's what this team has shown. They have the skill sets. I mean, some of the shots that KL Rahul or Virat Kohli played, beautiful, and all of them were on the boundary almost, barring 1 or 2 in the infield, still finding the boundary. That's a lot of skill.
Yeah. Right. And then Jaiswal, who just seems to be in the purplest patch of his life. If he had his way, he would bottle the year 2024 and keep it with himself forever. It just seems like this man is in a zone like most batters can only dream of in their careers, in their lives.
It's just great to watch him bat every innings. There is a certain attribute that he shows, not only with skill sets, but also with his mindset. Today was about coming and playing attacking shots, follow through with that. But that first innings in Chennai was what I was amazed by. Tough conditions, pitch was doing a bit, the way he left and the way he fought it out, brilliant. Yashasvi is always going to be a stroke maker, one who's always going to keep us happy by the kind of boundaries that he hit. But at times he made batting look too easy, the way he was smashing 4s and 6s. He'll hit some of the longest 6s and he'll play some of the best innings, I'm sure, in the near future. But he looks like a man who is on a mission to achieve massive things in his career.
Right. And because the action was so entertaining and enterprising, our producers have also gotten into a different zone. And therefore, they've asked me to ask you a slightly naughty question in the hotspot. Very simple. Is jazz ball better than baseball?
I really don't care about baseball or any other ball, but what Jaiswal is doing right now is great to watch. And if that means this is jazz ball, I am loving it. Yes, the baseball is fun as well. The way they bat, brilliant. Can't take any credit away from England, the way they've just gone about playing positive cricket. But Jaiswal doing this in India consistently as well has been a treat to watch. Just the way he went about this innings today, laced with the cut, the cover drive, then the step out. His first 6 over covers of a fast bowler. He's playing some special shots, and it's just good to watch that man be consistent by doing that. And that is always a healthy sign for Team India.
And made long continue. The other big positive, something that couldn't happen, fortunately, in that Chennai Test match was runs for KL Rahul. And I remember you were on air talking about KL Rahul's innings, and you used the expression motored along nicely once he was settled. We saw him play the sweep shots, and clearly another example of how he is such a delight to watch, KL Rahul, once he is in the zone.
He's always had the caliber. He's always got the talent. It's only how much freedom he gives himself, and that will come only with confidence. I'm happy he is buying into that confidence slowly but steadily, and a lot of it is intrinsic, and he is going to shine, and he needs to shine, because where he is batting at number 6, a very crucial role to play in Test cricket in the next 8 Test matches that India are going to play, especially the last 5 in Australia. So I'm expecting big things from the man. He's always someone who's got all the skills required to play and more importantly off the field, the attributes that he's shown in terms of how much hard work he's putting. He's carrying a chef along, and I must say I've been lucky enough to be given food by the chef, and he is brilliant as well, just for that tasty food, so that whenever I become a commentator and I'm traveling with him, I can just hop on the bandwagon and get some food from KL. At least for that, he has to keep doing something special. But it's just lovely to see KL Rahul when he gets going. The kind of shots that he's playing, he can literally play from the wicketkeeper's right shoulder to the wicketkeeper's left shoulder. That's how much range he's got around the ground. And today was an example where he started a bit cautiously, which basically means taking singles. But once he cut loose and got going, and he played some lovely shots.
At times, he does give us the impression that he's miscued, especially when he's trying to go down the ground. He's trying to hit a 6-over long one. At times, one feels that he's not timed it. It's going to be caught out, but then it clears the ropes by a distance. Is it pure timing? What is it?
It's a bit of bat swing. It's a bit of strength as well. But most importantly, it's the position that he gets into, the strength of his body coming through in the shots that he played. And twice, even I thought, calling the shot, both were mistimed, thought he was going to get caught at mid-on. And for sure, he thought once he was out as well, especially to the spinner. But that's the power that man has got. He's got a low backlift, so when the shot does come through, he goes through a big arc, and he's a tall man, and hence the ball carries over the boundary. And as I said, he is someone who can hit fast bowlers and spinners with equal disdain, and that's why that's why he is such a tough bowler to bowl to when he is on song.
For a man of his talents, a test average of 34 is a travesty. I'm sure if he has a good year, that number should look better. There's so much test cricket coming up.
If he finishes with anything less than 40, 42, I think it'll be a bit of a disappointment knowing the person that he is. He's way better than that. I know one of his missions is to be so good in test cricket that he is spoken about in high regard, and he's capable of it. And all out of 800s that he's got, almost 7 have come outside of India, barring the 199 that he got in Chennai. So he knows how to score runs outside, and that's why he's valued so much. When you go on a tour to Australia, he's the kind of batsman you need, because he's got runs as an opener, he's got runs as a middle order batsman. He knows to play the conditions in Australia, in England, and hence he is valued as a player who can score runs outside. That wonderful 100 that he got in South Africa as well, in tough pitch. And that tells you why any Indian team, any Indian coach, anyone who's part of the setup will always back a player like that in the test format.
Yes, he's an important piece in India's test puzzle. Now, Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma, it seemed like they were playing rapid chess. They sent Rishabh Pant in at 4, Kohli at 5. Rishabh Pant got out. There was an 87-run partnership between KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. Kohli could have well taken singles and clinched his 31st half century in his test career, but that wasn't to be. Virat Kohli once again telling the world, or teaching young kids, boys and girls, that this is not an individual sport. You keep the team's interests right up top. And that's what he did.
Yeah, that shot was someone that tells you that I want to put the team's interests ahead of my personal milestone. Period. There's nothing else to that shot. He could have easily gotten a 50 by taking a few singles. Nobody would have asked him a question. But knowing that runs were the currency, and quick runs as well, he went for that big slog over mid-wicket. Didn't end up touching the ball, but so be it. It tells you the mindset of the man, which again augurs very well for himself and for the future as well. He's someone that you should never question about. And again today, he showed in the limited time that he was there the kind of shots that he could play, even to a field that was well spread out.
Fastest to 27,000 runs in international cricket. These are just ridiculous. These are staggering numbers, DK.
Look at the people that he's competing with: Sachin Tendulkar, Kumar Sangakkara, Ricky Ponting, Virat Kohli. Just to be in that list, some of the greatest that have ever played the game, and the quickest to reach 27,000 as well. It's only going to be a matter of time before he goes past 28,000 and becomes the second highest run getter behind Sachin Tendulkar. There's no doubt about it. And as always, I think he'll do it in record time as well. But 27,000 runs, I don't know. I have to be reborn, I think, 6-7 times to even get half of that.
Aren't we all glad that we're born in an era where we've seen a champion like Virat Kohli bat the way he is now? These 47 runs augur really well for him, for Team India, as we embark on a long test season as well. But at times, scorecards don't really tell you the truth. At times, they can mislead you. And if a Bangladeshi fan who hasn't seen cricket today just looks at the scorecard, he might think, oh, Shakib and Miraz bowled really well. But the 4 wickets each they got were because India were going for the shots.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But you also should give a little bit of credit because the caliber and the skill that the players have. If they don't bowl well, the scores will be a lot higher and it'll be hard to pick up wickets as well. But especially Shakib showed why he is rated so highly in the T20 circuit. Just knew what was required, kept it tight, set a field where he knows if there is a miss hit, he's going to take it. Kept things clever is what I would say more than anything else. Gave the odd single, kept very T20 fields. Yes, he got hit now and then for a six, but overall, he was ahead of most batters at most times in terms of what they were looking to do. When they executed well, it ended up being a boundary. But if they mis-executed, he had the batsman out.
Did that first 10 over onslaught from Rohit and Jaiswal sort of numb down Bangladesh's approach? Was Shanto put on the defensive straight away? Could he have done anything different?
Oh, that's not even a question. I think it was like a bolt out of the blue. It was like, wow, we didn't see this coming. Consecutive sixes, and that too one stepping out first bowler, fast bowler, period. That's when Shanto knew, okay, this is a different game altogether. Immediately he started with 3 slips, 1 gully. At the end of the first over, there was 2 slips, 1 gully. After the first 2 balls that Rohit Sharma played, there was 0 slips, 1 gully, 4 fielders on the boundary line with a long on. Second over, long on. So you know the mindset then and there. He just knew that fast bowlers weren't going to be able to do much, have to bring the spinners. And only when he brought the spinners, he brought a little bit of control as well.
Right. And India are so blessed to have someone who's a bit of a blue chip stock in this world bowling stock exchange. Jasprit Bumrah, the captain looks at him and he does what he often does. 3 wickets for him as well. Once again, right on the money. And one of those dismissals that hit the top of off seemed like an off spinner that was bowled at 90 miles an hour.
Jasprit Bumrah, great way to put it. Blue chip stock that he is. On a dead, docile pitch on a warm day in Kanpur, when nobody else was able to extract much, our man comes in and picks up 3 wickets. Just outstanding, unreal quality of bowling from Jasprit Bumrah yet again on the ground. And speaking about him in chatter as well.
Mominul Haq, perhaps the only big positive as far as Bangladesh's batting is concerned. He was sort of waging a lone battle, but he seemed to believe a lot in himself. He didn't seem perturbed by what was happening around him.
Kudos to Mominul Haq. That is application. A lot of the Bangladeshi batters must take a leaf out of that book, seeing off a tough spell, taking time to bat, and then launching, knowing what your shots are. Exactly what he did. Took on the spinners on the leg side, played a lot of uppercuts to the fast bowlers, made the captain think about what fields he could set, brought the pull to good effect at the back end of his innings. A very well constructed test innings at a strike rate of 55, which is very healthy again. So it was good to see Mominul Haq, who's been searching for runs, get this valuable 100 against a high quality Indian attack. And that is very, very good for Bangladesh. He only plays the one format, so it's more important for players like these to spend time in the crease, considering they won't be having as much time in international cricket if they just play the one format. So it was good on him to apply and be out there right to the end.
Yes, the lone batting star for Bangladesh in this test match, Mominul Haq not out 107. Now, the last wicket fell. It was to Jadeja, Khalid Ahmed, cotton ball Jadeja. And that took him in another elite list. Ravindra Jadeja, 3,000 plus test runs, 300 test wickets. There he is, the third Indian, 11th in the world, second fastest after Ian Botham. Not just the 300 wickets, not just the 3,000 runs, but there are 44 catches as well to his name. How rare it is that world cricket finds a cricketer like him. Did you, at the start of his career, imagine that he would go on to do this in this format?
He always had the talent. You always knew he's called the rock star, and rightly so. He's got the skill. It's just good to see him go out there over a period of time, being back. It's a very different skill set to get. Difficult, good batter, and someone who can bowl very good left-arm spin as well. He's dominated test matches in the subcontinent, given a lot of confidence to the captains to keep things tight in abroad as well, abroad in away test matches as well. So he's had a very illustrious career, one that he will be proud of, and he has a lot more years to play in terms of test cricket, and he's just improved his batting so much that he's considered as a full-time batter now. So it tells you the man is constantly evolving and adapting to the needs of the current test team. And what a great group to be part of. Kapil Dev, R. Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja. It's just nice to see that name there.
Yes, day 4 was full of moments from an Indian perspective, and a couple of those were the catches. One, that Rohit catch, none of us expected it. No one expected it. And that Siraj catch, backtracking, took his floppy hat. Another catch. What did you make of those 2 moments?
I was lucky to call Rohit's catch. Didn't see that coming at all, but an outstanding catch, single-handed jumping in the air. Siraj's catch was not the most well judged as he was running back, but the way he was able to just make amends at the right last moment and put his hands at the right place. And sometimes you need a bit of luck as well. The ball needs to fall in the right place in the hand, and that's exactly what happened to Siraj's catch. Again, a lovely effort. He's someone who's put a lot of effort into fielding. I've seen him practice a lot during IPL as well into improving his fielding, and it shows. Somewhere all of these things will add up and come back to you and give you good results. It was great to see Siraj taking that catch as well, who bowled well, picked up a couple of wickets as well. He's had a good day with the ball too.
With the bat, with the ball, and in the fielding, what India have done is they've given themselves a chance and they've sort of injected a lot of adrenaline in this test match. What's the score on day 5? Let's ask Dinesh Karthik in fast forward. So then straight away, does Bangladesh have it in them to survive 3 sessions, 98 overs, a result on the cards in favor of India?
I would think so. The ball is turning a bit. This new hard SG cricket ball has a bit of help from the pitch. And that means Ravichandran Ashwin will play a massive role. They pick up a couple of wickets. You can see through the middle, there is only Miraj who's really applying and playing. The rest are definitely playing shots that is very, what do I say, where people can question. But at this point of time, I would put my hand up and say, yes, India has a superb chance to win this test. Not going to be easy, but definitely possible.
Should Bangladesh have sent in a night watchman? Or is that a defensive
Was it a bad move? Wasn't a bad move,
Okay.
but they would have expected the night watchman to do a certain role, which I don't know if Hassan is aware of what a night watchman is expected to, which is to take strike, bat as much as possible, shield the batters, so that tomorrow they can come and rather the next day the batters can come and show their skills. But clearly Hassan had different plans.
Maybe he sort of tried to take a leaf out of Akash Deep's book, who clobbered a couple of big sixes where he could, but it wasn't to be. 2 wickets down. Bangladesh now, DK, is time for you to emulate a French astrologer, Michel de Nostradamus, who was born in the 16th century. What time do you see the game ending tomorrow in India's favor?
Oh, that's a hard one. If India can end it around 2:33, it'll be an outstanding effort.
And your return flight timing has absolutely nothing to do with this prediction, right?
It has got a role to play for sure.
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind conversation with Dinesh Karthik on Cricbuzz Chatter. It's been a terrific day as well for India. So much happened with the bat and the ball. Let's quickly give you a recap of all that happened with this scorecard. India well on track to win their second test match against Bangladesh in this 2-match series. Bangladesh were trailing by 52 at the end of that India innings. India had that lead, but then Bangladesh 26 for 2. They trailed by 26. 8 wickets is what India need. Ashwin's got 2 as well. India will look for an early finish. The sooner they finish, the sooner you'll be able to meet us on Cricbuzz Chatter. DK has a flight to catch as well. So we promise you another whirlwind conversation on Cricbuzz Chatter. See you tomorrow at the end of day 5.